Welcome to episode 1 of What You See Before You Hear. I will be using this to speak about the cover art that I've either seen over the weeks or over the month, depending on how this goes. So let's begin. January so far, it already kicked off, and we had UnoTheActivist. He was asking his fans to submit artwork of himself, and so his fans did that. They probably weren't aware what was going to happen. They probably thought he was going to choose one cover, but a complete plot twist. His graphic designer, or somebody he frequently works with, which is Osmo Capture, he created an album cover out of Uno's face, but the face was made up of all the fan art that the fans had sent in. Well, a majority of them. And as you can see, the cover is very well detailed. Amazing idea. Possibly might be an early candidate for album cover of the year, but we'll see. The next cover art that was executed very well was Rich Youngin, which is Stunner for Vegas' sophomore album. It released on January 17th. The photography was done by Real Goats. And if you're not familiar with them, they mainly work with Stunner for Vegas and The Baby over at $1 Billion Baby Entertainment. They do a lot of your favorite visuals. And they did very well on this. I feel like they captured the whole essence and the theme and the title of the project. And Stunner is a very charismatic rapper, so it fit him very well to do something like this. And my favorite part about it was seeing the other images that they had taken for the whole rollout. Moving forward, I'll be highlighting PJ's The King's debut mixtape, The King. It released on Martin Luther King Day, ironically. And the cover art, I liked it. It was photographed by Bijan, also known as Bijani Football, on Instagram, if you'd like to follow him. The setting is what really drew me in. I think it may have been at a junkyard or just somewhere that was abandoned. And also the for sale sign. Maybe you might think it was the title, but it's not. And it kind of goes well with it being a mixtape. Earlier this month, Ugly Goblin dropped the 4-track collaborative project between Rizu and Ugly God. The cover art was illustrated by Aaron the Hardest, who's also native to Houston. So it's cool to see all three of them link up and put on for their city. And it was very playful cover art. I really like how Aaron did very well at showing both of them and how their personalities are through the drawing. You have Ugly God with his signature lizard biting his nose. He's holding the Pokeball and the hat that Ash wears in Pokemon. You also have Charmander in the back and Squirtle in a Mario type setting. Rizu, of course, is dripping and splashing with a whole bunch of green on for the Goblin theme. Speaking of goblins, Lil Wayne just announced the album cover for Funeral, which is just typography that spells out funeral, but it also spells Lil Wayne if you flip it upside down. A lot of people took liking to this, but me personally, I thought it was a little too simple. I could see it being more of merch design or just potential rollout for his album. And maybe the typography might become more iconic over time, but I would like to see a more bolder cover art. So we'll see what happens. If not, he should have went with the one that KD Design did, and his cover really speaks for itself. KD's very skilled at what he does, but this is over the top, and it really fits exactly what the album is called. And maybe that's why Lil Wayne didn't use it. You know what I'm saying? I also find it very weird that he's using the term funeral for, which is probably his last album, because words are very powerful. But if this is the end of his career, then there's nothing wrong with that. And this is actually the end of this wrap up. I will probably be doing them longer in the future. This is just brief since it's the first episode. But thank you guys, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, which includes Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.